Hey folks, want to come on here and shoot a quick podcast. This one's going to be about Sydney. First of all, I'd like to mention about the events that have happened in Bondi over the last few days. It's pretty horrifying. I've never heard about guns. I've never heard anything to do with that topic and associated that with Australia. So, anyone out there who is directly or indirectly affected by the events, I just want to hope that you feel psychologically safe and in a place or with a community that hopefully can bring a bit more positivity back into the area. And yeah, I know there's some GoFundMe's out there. I haven't had a chance to donate yet, so maybe I will over the next few days. And yeah, just thought I'd talk about that briefly. Super, super. Yeah, we'll keep this as positive as possible. There are articles out there. I have one opened here by the BBC. It's about the different victims. You see all their names and faces and area where it took place. So yeah, we'll keep this. We'll keep this a bit more upbeat. We'll leave it there, and if anyone wants to look into it more, I'm sure they can find it on the news. Yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about Sydney, Australia. Or Sydney, excuse me. Sydney is the largest city in Australia, the capital of New South Wales, famous for its stunning harbour, iconic landmarks, and beautiful beaches. Here are some of the most famous attractions and things to do. Iconic landmarks and harbour, Sydney Opera House, UNESCO. I actually looked this up. I was wondering what a UNESCO is. UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, is a specialized UN agency that promotes global peace and security by fostering international cooperation, education, science, culture, and communication, aiming to build understanding, protect heritage, and create solutions for global challenges like poverty, human rights, and sustainable development. It establishes standards, provides tools, and manages programs to support quality education, safeguard diverse cultures and natural heritage, advance scientific research, and ensure free expression worldwide with its headquarters in Paris and 194 member states. We talked about key functions: education, science, culture, communication, mission to contribute to peace and security. We already talked about that. Yes, well, back into Sydney. The Sydney Opera House, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and an architectural marvel. You can take a guided tour, attend a performance, or simply enjoy a drink at the Opera Bar with views of the harbour. Sydney Harbour Bridge, one of the world's largest steel and arch bridges. You can walk or cycle across for free, or take the exhilarating bridge climb Sydney experience for panoramic city and harbour views. Sydney Harbour, the natural heart of the city, offering countless opportunities for scenic ferry rides, cruises, including dinner and sightseeing, and enjoying the view from places like Mrs. Marquis Chair. I've never heard of that. In the Royal Botanic Gardens, or garden, excuse me. Macquarie. One sec. I'll double check. I want to just make sure this is correct. I don't want to laugh too much after what's happened. See, not laugh is the wrong word, but care too much and talk a bit about the good stuff that's going on in Sydney. Waiting for a video to load. Miss Marquis Chair. Mrs. Marquis Chair. In the Royal Botanic Garden. Circular Quay, the main transport hub on the harbour, offering ferries to popular destinations like Manly, Tarragazoo, Tarragazoo, and it's gate. Sound like a real tourist. Tarraga. One sec, excuse me. I've had 8 hours sleep today, so I'm a bit too rested for some. Taronga Zoo. 8 hours and 31 minutes to be exact. So maybe 9 hours sleep in it. It's the gateway to the Opera House and the Rocks. The Rocks, Sydney's oldest neighbourhood, featuring cobblestone streets, historic pubs, weekend markets, and boutique shops. Beaches and coastal walks. Bondi Beach, Australia's most famous beach, known for its golden sand, surfing, and the iconic Bondi Icebergs pool. Bondi to Coogee Coastal Walk, a spectacular 6 kilometre walk, passing several beaches and bays like. I'm going to get this way off. I don't know, pronunciation never used to be an issue. I don't know why it's an issue now. Maybe it's not an issue. One sec. Tamarama. That's another one. Bronte. Tamarama, Bronte. Clovelly, offering breathtaking ocean scenes. This is on Gemini, Google product. Manly Beach, another popular destination, reachable by a scenic ferry ride from Circular Quay. Great for surfing, relaxing, and walking. The Spit to Manly Coastal Walk. Wildlife and nature. We already talked about this, one sec. Taronga Zoo. Sydney, located on the northern side of the harbour, it offers close-up encounters with Australian and exotic animals, all set against a stunning backdrop of the city skyline. Royal Botanic Garden Sydney, we talked about this, a beautiful tranquil oasis right next to the Opera House, perfect for a peaceful stroll or free guided tour. Sea Life Sydney Aquarium and Wildlife Sydney Zoo, located in Darling Harbour. These offer opportunities to see marine life, including penguins and sharks and the native Australian animals. Culture and entertainment, Darling Harbour, a lively waterfront precinct packed with. One sec. Precinct, excuse me, this is never really an issue, pronunciation. Maybe just today with all this, getting a good bit of rest. Packed with restaurants, entertainment, shopping, and attractions like Sea Life, Sydney Aquarium, Wildlife Sydney Zoo, and the Australian National Maritime Museum. Queen Victoria Building, QVB, a stunning historic shopping arcade with beautiful Romanesque architecture, an art gallery of New South Wales, AGNSW, one of Australia's foremost cultural institutions with significant collections of Australian, European, and Asian art. Entry to the general collection is free. Would you like specifics? Activities, day show? Not at the moment. Interesting stuff. The ChatGPT. Alright, here's a simple and useful, quick Sydney starter guide. Top things to see in Sydney. Sydney Opera House, talked about. Sydney Harbour Bridge, Bondi Beach, Darling Harbour, restaurants, aquarium, nightlife, the Rocks, historic area, markets, pubs. Weather in general, December to February, hot, sunny. Beach weather, winter, June to August, mild, rarely cold. Best time to visit, spring and autumn. Food to try, Aussie brunch, avocado toast, flat white, Fresh seafood, multicultural food, Asian, Middle Eastern, Italian. Getting around, trains, buses, ferries, very scenic. Use an Opal card or a contactless payment. So yeah, here are just important facts about Sydney, Australia. Basic facts. Country, Australia, state, New South Wales. Founded in 1788. Took us a while to get here, but the first British colony in Australia. Population 5.3 million, largest city in Australia, which is similar to that of Ireland, I think. Population of Ireland. The population, of Ireland is 5.38 million in 2024, so which is nuts. If you want, you can go back and listen to the Ireland podcast, which is number 30, Ireland, a journey through history and future. The largest city in Australia, time zone, Australian Eastern Time, AET. Geography, located on the east coast of Australia, built around one of the largest natural harbours in the world. Famous beaches, which we already touched upon. Bondi, Manly, Coogee. Importance, economic and financial hub of Australia. Major centre for business, tourism, education and culture. Home to the Sydney Opera House, UNESCO World Heritage Site. Climate, humid subtropical climate, warm summers, mild winters. Rarely experiences extreme cold or snow. Transport, extensive train, bus, ferry, light rail network. Sydney Airport is Australia's busiest. Education, top universities, University of Sydney, UNSW, UTS, very popular with international students. I think it's also triple accredited, the University of New South Wales. Like Trinity Business School or Smurfit or DCU, which we talked about. It's given to the... Oh no, it's not triple accredited, excuse me. Interesting. Let me just look that up one more time. Is there a triple accredited business school in Sydney? This just goes on with the topic of entrepreneurship and business, which has been on the podcast for the last while. If you want, you can go and check out 43 and the essence of entrepreneurship, 44 academia to entrepreneurship. And Sydney does have a triple accredited business school, which is super interesting. This is ChatGPT, not Google AI Overview. One of the very few in the world, triple accredited business school in Sydney. University of Sydney Business School holds a triple crown accreditation, meaning it's accredited by all. Just double check that if you're out there looking to study over there in Sydney. Accredited all three of the major international business school accrediting bodies: AACSB, Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business; AMBA, Association of MBAs; and EQUIS, European Quality Improvement System. This places it among the top 1% of business schools worldwide with this elite status. It's the only triple accredited business school located in Sydney, and this accreditation confirms the business school meets very high international standards in its programs, faculty, research, industry connections, and global outlook. Yeah, let me go back real quick. How far we are? 14 minutes in. What else have we got about Sydney? Education, very popular international students. Culture, highly multicultural population. English is the main language, known for festivals, sports, and outdoor lifestyle. Economy strong in finance, tech, tourism, real estate. One of the most expensive cities in the world. Super interesting. Lastly, what do I need to know before traveling to Sydney? They also have a very high livability score. I think they're in the top 10 in the world, which you talked about on Dublin City. Entry and documents, visa required for most travellers, tourist visa, e-visitor, ETA for many countries. Passport should be valid for the duration of stay. No visa on arrival. Money and cost, currency, Australian dollar, AUD. Sydney is expensive. Food, transport, accommodation, cards are widely accepted. Cash rarely needed. Weather and clothing, we already talked about this. Seasons are opposite to the northern hemisphere. Summer, December to February, hot, sunny. Winter, June to August, mild. Bring sunscreen. UV is very strong. Comfortable walking shoes, light jacket. For evenings, getting around, we were talked about public transport is excellent. Trains, buses, ferries. Use contactless debit or credit card or Opal card. Ferries are scenic and practical. Beach and safety, swim between the red and yellow flags only. Lifeguards are present at major beaches. Sunburn can happen quickly, even on cloudy days. Food and lifestyle, very multicultural food scene. Tipping is not required. Cafes are big on brunch and coffee. Practical info, power plug, type 1, Australian plug, emergency number 000. English is spoken everywhere. Local etiquette, punctuality is valued. Casual dress is normal, even in cities. Friendly but relaxed culture. Must known areas, CBD and Circular Quay. Landmarks, Bondi and Manly, we already talked about. Beaches, the Rocks, history, Darling Harbour, entertainment. And yeah, I suppose if there's one thing to take away from this podcast, is to not let all this hate and negativity bring us down or bring Sydney down. I've never been there, but I think I'd like to go over the next few weeks. The last thing I'd want is to hold myself back from going there just because of this tragedy that's occurred on Bondi Beach. And yeah, we could get into livability. I'm not sure if that's the right time now. 17 minutes in, maybe just to talk about it briefly. I know we're over 15 minutes, but I haven't really got the feedback to keep it under 15 minutes yet, so maybe I'll just go over for a sec. Livability of Sydney, strengths, high quality of life, clean, safe, well organised, great healthcare and education, world-class hospitals. We talked about universities briefly, strong economy, many job opportunities, finance, tech, education, tourism, excellent public transport, trains, buses, ferries. Outdoor lifestyle, beaches, parks, coastal walks, multicultural society, welcoming and diverse. Challenges, very high cost of living, rent and housing are expensive. Traffic congestion in peak hours. Housing affordability is a major issue. Housing and living, apartments, common in the city. Suburbs offer better space but longer commute. Utilities and groceries are high compared to many cities. Safety, one of the safest major cities in the world, low crime rate. So it's very unusual to have this event occur. Global rank, consistently ranked among the world's most livable cities. Known for stability, infrastructure, healthcare and environment. Overall livability score, simple view, quality of life 5 stars, safety 5 stars, cost of living 2 stars, lifestyle environment 5 stars. But yeah, just talk about this according to the 2025 Global Livability Index by the Economist Intelligence Unit, the EIU, one of the most widely cited livability ranks in the world. Sydney's livability rank ranks 6th most livable city in the world according to the 2025 out of 173 cities. Sydney scored 96.6 out of 100 overall with very high marks in healthcare, education, stability and infrastructure. It moved up from 7 in the rankings in 2024 rankings. What it means, we talked about Global Livability Index, cities based on stability, healthcare, culture and environment, education and infrastructure. Sydney ranks high across those areas, making it one of the top cities in the world for quality of life. No, it doesn't measure cost of living or housing affordability. If you want, I can also share what contributes. I think we already talked about this. Contributes. We talked about the low crime rates, political stability, safe public spaces, healthcare, education, infrastructure, environment and lifestyle, culture, recreation. We talked about the cost of living, housing prices. Simple summary, exam friendly. I didn't have ChatGPT when I was in university. I don't know if I'd use it or school, or Google Gemini. So interesting stuff. Sydney ranks highly due to safety, healthcare, education, infrastructure, and quality environment, which together creates a strong overall quality of life. So I'm trying not to let this event that happened on Bondi Beach deter me from going down there or bring me down too much. And yeah, it's okay briefly to touch upon Sydney, or hopefully you enjoyed the podcast.